Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are taking a look at The Place Beyond the Pines. This is from 2012 with a star-studded lineup. Eva Mendes, Ryan Gosling, Bradley Cooper, and there's a motorcycle chase in it. That's all I know about it. I'm looking forward to this one. Should be a lot of fun.
Well, that right there is more than what I knew about this, but I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to give this a watch and hopefully enjoy it.
Yeah, for me, this lineup, Ava, Ryan, Bradley Cooper, they're in the category for me of actors and actresses where their film history is so good that when I see them in something, I'm just like automatically just like, okay, this one's going to be good.
All right, well, without further ado, let's go.
Oh, we didn't. They didn't waste any time giving us a shirtless Ryan Gosling, did they?
Going to town on that butterfly knife.
How should we start the film?
Do you know how to do that, Quinn?
No. It's like a bunch of people took their dates to this. First 5 seconds. All right, I'm in. I wasn't so sure.
Honey, stop looking.
Oh, they did that at Sturgis. A couple other shows, they'll have the guys in the ball.
Just
handsome Luke in the heartthrobs. Oh, yep. Nope. It's making me dizzy already.
You know, secretly,
I'm doing the loop-de-loop.
Secretly, I bet Quinn does this every weekend.
Signing autographs for the kids.
Blowing smoke in their face.
Hey, look who it is.
Oh, it's
got his signatures match his tattoo.
So is this correct? Let me know in the comments. Is this the movie they fell in love on in real life? Ryan and Ava.
2000. Yeah, I think the timing would be about right.
Do you remember my name?
Romina. I like to call you Ro. Let me give you a ride.
Oh, look at that shot. The Ferris wheel in the background.
A weird.
You can't blame him for falling in love right there, huh? And if you can't find love,
well, it was this that she fell in love with him. That she can ride on the back of his dirt bike with him.
Thanks.
No coffee?
You don't want to talk or anything? I gotta leave town tomorrow after we pack up. I'm not gonna be around for another year.
They don't seem into each other.
I got someone, so.
But you know what I'm saying?
See you again.
Like just the delivery they had with each other was very
She's
odd.
got somebody, but she still wanted to go see him. You know, Ryan Gosling in a Metallica shirt riding a motorcycle is not something easy to walk away from. Just saying.
Well, new town, same gig.
Is Romina here?
No.
Who's that guy?
He's yours.
Oh! Wow.
Well,
one night of decisions.
Well, he said he would be gone for a year, so I'm assuming it's been a year since he's been around.
Oh, man. Imagine finding out like that.
His name's Jason.
Oh, is he going to be pissed about it? Or is he going to... He seems like a pretty laid-back dude as of right now, but something like that could... Hopefully he's cordial.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Anything you think I might want to know before I leave here forever and I never come back? You aren't gonna tell me?
You just took off. Never called me.
I gotta leave in 4 hours. I don't know what to do. What are you gonna do?
I take care of Jason. I work here. I have a man.
You're busy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm real busy.
I don't want to keep you.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, I don't know what to.
His
make of-
delivery was just like, I can't tell. It's that this guy's heart rate's 1/2.
When's this pay period end, Jack? On Friday?
Why?
Because I gotta get paid. I'm quitting.
You can't quit.
I just did.
You look like a princess.
It's just really not a good time.
No?
This is Kofi.
We need to go.
Yeah.
You live here? Yep. This is my house. I'm gonna stick around.
Oh, Bronco too. Some pretty good shit.
Yeah,
for
those
Bronco
are
too.
Those are hard to find.
By God's gift through water and the Holy Spirit, may he make them faithful members of his holy people. In the name of this child, in the spirit of our common sonship, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
I'll talk about saying a lot without saying anything.
Whoa. Love this camera work. Ooh. Boy, they're using
guy.
really old bikes and quads in this. I mean, that's like a late '80s Suzuki
Looks like
quad
a,
racer.
Looks like a blurry Gary Oldman for a second, but I'm like a little younger than Oldman.
Bike goes from 2-stroke to 4-stroke.
You like a ride into town? Save you some gas. You got a job?
No?
You know you wear around an engine? Cause I got a shop, repair shop. You should come check it out, man. I could always use a good worker. What it is, you know, it's fine. No one can kick me out of it. It's Tula,
Hey, Tula.
and I got a trailer down here. Stay there if you want.
You live out here all alone?
Yeah, I live alone. Sometimes people come stay for a while, you know.
You must get lonely.
That's a cool shot.
Look, Rob, I don't want to be ungrateful. I really appreciate what you're doing for me and shit, but I gotta make more money.
Hey, man, I could pay you more, I would, you know.
Keys, what?
Well, you could rob a bank.
I've done it 4 times myself. I stopped 12 years ago.
As long as you don't do it too many times, you're fine. And your skill set,
That's the boss from Ready Player One. The evil guy at the end.
good luck supporting your family on minimum wage.
Yeah, you rob a bank and go to jail, then
Nothing.
kid doesn't have a dad.
Look, I want to take care of you.
But how are you gonna take care of me?
Don't talk down to me.
It's just a question.
I'll find a way to do it. You want to get the out of here? We'll get out of here. I'll get a truck. We'll hit the road.
With a baby? Dude.
What about my mom?
She can come.
What about Kofi?
He can stay.
Sounds like a nice dream.
Bro.
Oh no.
Just thinking about it.
I did 4 banks with a note. In other words, you don't need the gun. Take a look at all the tellers. Go for the oldest woman you can. Failing that, go to the most meek. You get her to put the money out on the table, so that way you can see if there's a die pack. Get on your bike. I'll be about 4 blocks away. Ride it into the truck. Bam, we're home. We're done. We're rich.
What happens if you get stopped sitting by the side of the road with an open cube truck?
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing with an open cube truck? What are you doing? Why are you sitting here like this?
Oh, I'm broken down. I'm waiting for the, repairs. Thank you for asking, officer. I mean, we do what we do. But when we do it together, Shazam.
Not
Really?
since Hall & Oates has there been such a team.
That's all.
Clearly, your bank robbing hasn't gotten you that far.
No.
No, like he said though, you do small, you don't
Yeah.
get big and huge. Then they
Yep.
catch on.
But-
Oh.
Get it out! Put it on the table right now! Get it out! Right!
Oh, he's looking for the die packs. That's
Yeah.
what he's- I was gonna say, watch the motorcycle not start. The sound design, the way they're doing this is so intense.
Perfect getaway. Oh.
Ugh.
He had to really turn it up for that.
Yeah, you could hear his voice cracking and stuff.
Yeah. The song.
Some Springsteen.
Oh, puppy.
Did you not know you needed Ryan Gosling dancing with the dog to this song in your life?
Didn't have it on my bingo card for this, but it's pretty epic.
He really likes apples.
You show up as apple.
Yeah.
I don't think Kofi's going to be too happy.
Has he ever had ice cream?
He's still a baby.
Bullshit. I want to do something with him that's his first time. I'm gonna look in his face when he tries ice cream. Every time he has ice cream for the rest of his life, he's gonna see my f***ing face.
Hey, Mikey, he likes it.
A
Oh,
little too loud.
yeah.
What else? You want the bike in it too?
Yeah,
No.
Gonna s-
bike's part of the family.
Uh-oh. This camera work is so intense.
And the sound.
Oh my God. What is that?
It's a crib. Hey, boss. You guys.
Isn't that Kofi's house, though?
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm nervous that he's hit the same bank twice in this presumably small town.
Was that the same bank?
Seemed like it.
Think she's gonna be mad?
Yeah.
You can't just show up like this.
Why?
Because this is Kofi's house.
What?
Just get it out, please.
He can't be sleeping in a bed. I'm talking to you. You okay with this?
Kofi, it's his father.
In our house? You okay with him in our house? Shh. I don't know who you think you are just coming up in our life and changing shit around, but this ain't gonna work. Pick up all this shit, man. F you, man.
Oh! Whoa! Hit him with a wrench. Or pliers, excuse me.
Right in the eye.
Oh! Split his eye wide open.
You're crazy! You're fucking crazy! Get out!
Oh, he's gonna go to jail.
Yeah, I mean, that's assault.
It's pretty bad.
Well, there we
Well, there
go.
I have it.
Is your name Luke Blanton?
Yes.
I'm going to set bail in the amount of $2,500. Bail may be posted either in cash or by bail bondsman. Remain away from the complainant until further order.
Oh no! Can't go by his kid.
Here's your money. Thanks for bailing me out. I want to do two in one day.
If you ride like lightning, you're gonna crash like thunder. I'm not gonna let you bring us both down. Can't do it.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Take the truck. You'll be less visible. Last favor I'll do you.
You're done.
It's over.
Yeah, he just wants to get some extra money and be out. This dude's trying to secure a future for his kid.
Well, I mean, because how much? I wish they would have told us how much they got from each heist to give it perspective. But
I mean,
I think it's safe to assume it's probably under 10 grand.
Yeah, they're entering out tills. They're not going to a vault.
Yeah.
There's a couple hundreds. There's some 20s. Oh, this ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, you can't be here, dude. Just gives her a wad of cash. She's gonna ask, "Where's this coming from?"
Well, you think it'd be in the news too? Bank robber leaving on motorcycle. I mean,
black motorcycle.
Yeah, it's not that hard to put it together.
I'm sorry. I'm a f***ing maniac. Just take this.
Is he scrapping the bike?
He's cutting up the bike.
Well, he's gotta.
Or is he just cutting the frame to make it weak so that he gets caught? The bike's gonna crash on him.
Could be.
You ain't riding that bike anymore.
Yeah.
Guess not.
You don't really have the right to do that to my bike, though, dude.
Oh boy, this isn't good.
Where's that bell, man? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a nice new flashy bike, though. That
forgot his sunglasses.
Everybody get down on the floor! Yo, get up! Get the f up!
Ooh, they got cameras and plexiglass. Oof.
Throw that over, you better not f this up.
Oh, jeez. There's probably a dye pack in there, too.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. And they see him.
Yeah.
Now they know what kind of bike and everything.
He's gonna crash. Get caught.
Oh! Oh, he made it through.
Oh, there's Bradley Cooper. I was wondering
yeah, when's he gonna show
up? He's on the poster.
When's Ray Liotta gonna show up?
His tire's screwed, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Jesus, he's going into a house.
Like, the number of bad decisions in this movie just keeps stacking up.
Come here. Over there.
Doesn't look like he's wearing a vest either, does it?
No.
Dude, you don't got time to think. There's going to be more. How are you getting out of this one, dude? He's calling our house?
Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground! Please!
Bro, don't hang up. Bro, would you do a favor for me, please? Look, don't tell him about me, okay?
Please!
Oh! Oh! Oh, they tagged each other.
Oh, shit. I was not expecting that.
Oh, what?
104. I've been shots in a box in the bus at 702 Plymouth.
We lost Gosling? What, we're like an hour in? What the hell? Holy shit, did he make it?
No.
That's...
Well, they were doing the respirator and stuff. I mean, it's Bradley Cooper, but...
right.
This is like, what?
Oh, there's Rose Byrne.
Is it going to be Bradley Cooper's movie now?
Oh, what's my dad doing here?
Avery!
Avery, you got a bad injury. I'm sorry.
Is that Benjamin Bratt?
Oh, yeah, of course I know you are.
I know your father, long time now.
No.
Oh, there's...
Looked like him from behind for a half second. That's our guy.
That's the guy from...
What happened to the guy?
That guy's gone. He's dead. It's over.
There's people talking to his family.
Got rid of another bad guy. Bill wants to ask you a few questions. Is that all right?
It's just your first impressions, that kind of thing, you know? So what happened when you were just outside the door?
I said, please, drop your weapon.
Did you announce yourself again or not?
That's all we need to do is make ourselves known, right?
Sometimes it's not easy to tell whether they've heard you making yourself known.
What?
What happened after that?
What would you like me to tell you?
I only want you to tell me what you saw.
This is weird.
Yeah.
Did you shoot him first, or did he shoot first? Don't f with me. Do the right thing. Tell me what the f happened. His hand comes up, he fires, you fire.
Right.
Like that? That sounds like he shot first.
Not exactly how it happened, but at the end of the day.
His father, State Supreme Court Judge Al Cross, says he's very happy his
Oh, his state Supreme Court judge.
The guy had a long track record, you know, he was a professional criminal.
He leaves behind an infant son.
Was it scary, honey?
I don't think there was time to be scared.
I just don't understand why you're doing this. Nobody does. I was speaking with your father, and you both agreed.
Of course.
Quit the force.
Oh, there it is.
I just thought maybe after this, maybe you would have had enough.
The dad being a judge wanted him to be a lawyer or something.
Something.
Have you been replaying the incident in your mind?
No, I'm trying to put it out of my mind, I think.
You think you're ready to go back to duty?
Yes.
What have you been thinking about since the shooting?
Everything's been so crazy. Work and everything at home.
Everything at home? What's happening at home?
You know, it's been hard on my wife. It's a shock. It doesn't help that there's a baby around.
What do you mean it doesn't help that there's a baby around?
God, everybody's hitting him with these hard questions.
I have a hard time looking at my son.
You know, I saw in the police record that this perp also had a 1-year-old son. You been thinking about this? You're having a hard time looking at your son because you're thinking about this other little boy that won't have his father?
God, I was not expecting this to be this heavy.
You expecting somebody?
No, you.
Hey!
Hey! There's Ray.
We're just coming in here to check up on you and see how you're doing. Hi, how are you, Jen?
Good.
You guys hungry?
No, we'll just leave you to it.
No, come on in, have some dinner.
No, we didn't come here for dinner.
Oh, we got plenty of food. Come on in.
Well, Here you go.
Well, we didn't come here for dinner. Well, then what'd you come out here for?
Say hi.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Thank God he's okay, you know?
God bless that. I think we should toast on that to our hero. Glad you're okay. You're on for 6 months. You already got one in the bag.
Oh, Jesus.
You guys have any plans for tonight? Would you mind if we stole the hero for a little police work after this?
Tonight?
And we'll have him back by curfew.
What about your leg?
Well, we're not gonna be running. We just want to introduce him to a bunch of people who really admire for what he did.
Good, yeah, that sounds good.
Leave in about 20 minutes.
What's Ray Liotta up to?
Release the hounds.
Oh, boy, this all feels everything. The tension here, the awkward tension.
Everybody seems so strange. You know, like you can't put your finger on what they're up to.
Pete, you pop the trunk?
Sure it's okay with her?
You know I'm not on active duty, right?
Yeah, we're aware.
It's a little gift I got going for you.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I think we know where we're headed here.
They go into a gentleman's
The start of The Hangover is...
All right, Romina Gutierrez, please.
Oh
my God. What are they doing here?
Romina Gutierrez?
Yeah.
Oh, my
We're
God.
to search your house. We're looking for the money that Luke Lanton may or may not have given to you.
You can't just walk
You
in
need a
here.
warrant, dude.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
You assume that I have a warrant, and I'll assume that your mother has papers, okay? This won't take long.
Ooh, Ray's going dirty.
My baby's upstairs sleeping, so no, we're not gonna start it. Very.
We've done this a lot of times, okay? He'll be quiet. Scotty, be quiet.
She's going to see his leg brace. She's going to know it's him.
How about a cup of coffee?
Yes.
That'd be great. Let's go.
Well, he was all over the news. She's going to know it's him.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm so sorry, guys. Everything is just so... I didn't expect this to go like dirty cop stuff with them wanting bank robbery money.
What are we doing here? Hey, this is crazy. Did you know he was robbing banks?
No.
You didn't know that at all?
Oh, they want to look under the mattress.
I don't want to wake him. I don't want to pick him up.
Jesus fucking Christ, guys. This is so bad.
Oh, they found it.
They're gonna say we didn't find it.
Yeah.
And just
keep the money.
Yep.
So here they're clean.
What do you got there, Scotty? Come on.
14 grand.
$14,000. Well, it's not going to be an even split. The lion's share is going to our hero.
Watch him go back and give it back to her.
Mm-hmm.
Or hide it out in his garage so his wife doesn't find it.
We're gathered here to celebrate a cop who makes other cops proud. You can all rest a little easier at night.
Oh. Whoops.
When I was in law school, we used to always talk about
Law schools. There you go.
Yep.
justice. We'd have discussions about justice. I joined the police force because I wanted to work alongside the brave men and women who know that some problems can't be solved by
Judge
talk.
that locked up the twins and threw away the key in Ghostbusters 2.
You know, the police always put on a big show when something like this happens because the hero card's the only one they have to play. You're not going to make it work for you in the police department. I promise you that.
I didn't come in to be lectured, Dad.
My life's not a campaign. It's much simpler.
Well, for somebody not campaigning, you gave a hell of a speech yesterday. Limp goes a long way.
Oh, he's already trying to push his future.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Roosevelt.
I'm so thrown off by this film because it's like I know how much, we know how long it is before you start. I know how much time is left. I can't figure out what direction this is.
Yeah, where things are going. Well, like I said, it feels like a totally different movie.
Got a call today from D.A. Kilcullen. The internal investigation into the shooting of Luke Lanton has been deemed lawful. Put it behind you. Get back to police work.
I've thought a lot about this, and
I think that I could be best utilized as a lieutenant and in charge of special investigations.
You can retire on disability.
I don't want to do that.
Or you could be reassigned at your current rank. You got to work your way up, man.
He wanted to change the department.
What I'm about to ask you is very sensitive. I want you to keep this to yourself. It's a little private. Luke and I are working with this f***ing hooker. We gotta f***ing hit her off with some coke. We need some temporary access to the evidence.
Oh,
we need you to get
boy.
some shit. We gotta hit this bitch off. That's what we need. I really tried to look out for you with that $7 grand.
Yep, they gave it to him. Now he's tied in.
Damn.
Now he's going to be just as guilty as those guys.
Oh, he's looking.
Wait, that's the backpack.
Yeah, it's a backpack from Gosling.
Luke.
Nah, he wore it the other way.
I couldn't make out what it said on there.
Like, is that maybe the bike model? Oh, jeez.
Holy shit, he's going to give it to her.
Hey, don't worry, it's okay. This is the money that we recovered from your house, okay? I want you to have it. You don't have to ever even see me again. Just take the money.
She was in the spot.
Same
before
exact.
with him.
Yep.
This is recovered from a house during a search.
What do you expect me to do with this?
This is our problem of the f***ing police department, and I'm bringing it to your attention because that's what I should f***ing do.
Oh, yeah? Is that right? Get the shit out of here.
I'm gonna watch him fire him now, or put something on him.
Just to make sure they can control him.
Chief's gonna tell the other guys.
Kind of reminds me of like Copland or We Own the City. It's kind of got those vibes.
I haven't seen either of them.
Well,
his only choice is to go higher up than the chief. I mean, who would you go to? You got to go to the district attorney, right?
well, his dad's a Supreme Court justice, you know.
Yeah.
Former, so he's going to have connections. Uh-oh, he's going to have a broken taillight.
Oh, which way is he going to go? The I know your new route or the
fall
Ray
line?
Liotta, man.
Oh, look at that shot.
Oh.
Where you going?
Going home?
You know that thing you and Scotty been talking about? Well, you and I have to talk about it. Follow me.
God, Ray Liotta.
Oh,
so
guys,
menacing.
getting intense.
Such a legend. Gone too soon.
Oh, shit.
Is there plastic laid out somewhere for me, too?
Plastic laying out and a shovel.
They're going to pat him down as soon as he gets out. There's going to be a fucking crew out there.
He's got puke.
Oh, he's at his dad's place.
Yeah.
There's a way out of this. You're not gonna like it. Let's start with the precinct. Anybody there still trust you?
Scott, you really gave DeLuca quite a scare. I need you to go into the locker. I need you to take the McKillen case out. You're a squeaky clean fucking lawyer with a Medal of Honor. Nobody's gonna question you, okay?
Ooh. The perfect patsy.
I need you to take the McKillen case out. There's a kilo. It's a big brick.
You showing this to IA?
Of course not. Handing it to you on a silver platter. I'm gonna need your assurance you're gonna follow through. And I'm gonna want full immunity when you do. I want to be made assistant district attorney. I have a law degree and I passed the bar.
You could say no, I'll walk out this door.
You're not going anywhere. Don't listen. Put it back on the table. Do it.
Oh, there's...
Oh.
How do you respond to these allegations? Drugs, corruption, and gangs. Officers allegedly stole drugs and money. Officials say that with that stolen evidence, the cops paid criminals to help set up their rivals.
Ooh, it's all coming out.
Announced a star witness in the case today, hero cop Avery Cross, who's Channel 13.
Guys, I'd never imagined this movie would take this twist. I just thought it was going to be about Gosling and Eva Mendes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. Was about hopefully Gosling, Luke changing his ways.
Time jump.
15-year time jump. What
So
kind of
maybe
movie just jumps 15 years?
So maybe then that was like in the 90s, and now this is current.
Yeah, it could be current.
So
Current events.
2012.
Yeah, with all the vehicles and everything. Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I used to look at my dad dressed in judge's robes, and I used to think that my father was a superhero. And I don't think I was far off. He wasn't afraid of making enemies. I think that's probably why he had so many friends. I had the chance right before he fell into the coma to tell him that I was dedicating my run for Attorney General to him.
Wow.
And he shook his head no, and I didn't understand why. I'll take the win, not the run. That was my dad. That was Al. Son, you want to come with me? Sure.
Oh, this kid's all grown up, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 16.
Avery?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
What's wrong?
He wants to come and live with you. He won't stop asking me about it.
Oh, they're split up.
Oh.
What am I supposed to tell him?
I just don't... Why are you doing this right now?
Wednesdays, outer boroughs in New York City, and then the Al Smith dinner at night.
Do we have time to get there?
We do, absolutely. We'll have our last event in Queens. He's gonna do an event on environmental issues.
So what high school are you coming from?
Troy.
We're coming from Troy? Okay. Your dad wanted you here?
Yeah, for my senior year, he wanted me to move here.
Oh, no. I think he's going to meet...
He's going to meet Jason.
Friends with Jason, isn't he?
Just peek over your shoulder. Peek over your shoulder. I've been here for like 3 days. I'm bored out of my mind.
What do you do?
I get high.
Well, that's what I do.
You want to go get high?
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Oh, twist his arm, huh?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, there were always kids playing here, you know?
The closed captions just
ruined it.
Yeah.
Just let us know it was Jason.
Yeah.
I mean, we figured.
Yeah, that was like my initial guess. That's where we were headed, but...
I want to be transparent. Closed captions.
Where'd your real dad at?
He died, actually, like in a car accident or something.
Oh, he never got the truth?
Shit.
Well, at first, remember he said
kind
never
bud,
told.
dude.
Yeah.
You know where I could score some X?
Oh.
Inflation, the ski neck, right?
Oh, here we go. Ooh, Jason seemed to know the drill. Not going to be good for the election.
It's buying ecstasy from Schenectady kid.
You know these guys?
Mm-hmm. I'll sit on it if I ask them to.
Anybody else see him coming in?
No. I made sure of that.
So is he going to be straight on the up and up, or shoes on the other foot?
Just the two of them?
Yeah.
Oh, God, is he going to learn who the other kid is?
Uh-huh. Here we go.
Jason Can. The aimless youth.
Oh, it's just hitting him.
I want you to leave him alone. All right? Wipe that fucking smirk off your face. You hear me? You can have anything you want, but I don't want you to touch that kid. You leave him alone. Do you understand me? Look at me and say yes. Yes.
What a twist. How it all ties together. All because the circus came to town.
And obviously
Can you state your name for the
he's going to
record?
have to spend the night in jail and everything like that. And
Can you come up, please? Jason, you've been charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance in the 3rd degree.
Jason could do anywhere between 5 and 15
Ooh.
years. His particular case would be time served, which is the day he spent in jail, and a fine.
Can he come home with us today?
He can. Guess it's your lucky day. Somebody's looking out for you.
Oh,
wow. At least Avery pulled a string there.
Yeah.
He's going to say, no way, Dad, I'm still going to hang out with him.
Well, I don't think he's going to want to hang out with him. Is he going to... Looks like he's pissed at him.
Dude, it looks like he's real pissed at him.
Yeah, your mom's was all worried and shit.
I'm cool, man.
Really? Because I saw that guy today. Your dad. When did he move in? Just want to know.
What's your problem?
Chill, dude.
What's your problem,
Chill.
AJ?
Is that just his way?
Been around.
Is that his way of trying to push him away?
serious.
I think he's just fucking with him.
Hey, what's the deal with my dad?
Oof.
What was his first name?
I'm not doing this.
How come Mom never talks to me about my dad?
I'm your father. Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
I got him to laugh at least.
It's her business to talk about and not talk about, you know?
Grandma used to tell me, son.
Yeah, what she used to say.
Just think he was like an outlaw.
He's not your father. Not really. I'm your father. I'll always love you.
Can you at least tell me his name?
Oh, now he's going to find out
what really happened.
And AJ's dad.
He's going to see the picture of
Model Bandit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is he going to go to the auto shop, meet up with him?
Oh.
Yep.
Boy. Well, this dude, ironically, got his dad into it and then tried to get him out.
away.
I'm looking for Robin. I was hoping to talk with you about Luke Clanton. I'm his son.
Luke Clanton's son?
Yeah.
Well, come on back, get a beer.
Boom.
That's the pig there. One that pegged him.
You were standing right where your dad used to stand, and we used to talk. He was a good guy. Your dad.
Oh, wow. Yeah, those glasses. I haven't seen them in a long time.
Oh, man.
The bank robbery.
You keep those. He would have wanted you to have them.
You guys good friends?
Well, last time I saw him.
Yeah, I think we were.
You still got his bike?
No, his bike's gone. Yeah. Police took it. I think they cut it up.
Maybe not a motorbike, but he's got his bicycle that he's riding, probably like his dad.
I want to say I'm sorry about what happened earlier, right? Having a f***ing party at my pop's place tonight. Come along.
I can't do that, man. I'm sorry.
You wanted to squash it, right?
We squashed it, man.
So then come tonight.
Oh no, he's gonna go to the party and see pictures of his dad. Put it all together.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, B.
Oh,
Bring some oxys, all right? Then we straight.
God, you just want him to make better choices, you know?
Well, Quinn has been saying it throughout the entire movie, just bad choices all around.
Bad decision after bad decision. Out on the bike, just like his dad.
They would have security cameras there.
Oh boy.
All the pictures on the wall.
Yeah. Oh, how is this gonna go down?
You got something you need to tell me? What are you gonna tell me?
Oh. Oh, damn.
You're a liar.
Woke up. You say something?
You sit down and wait. I'm gonna get the car. Okay?
Oh no. Yeah.
What the hell's he doing? Oh boy.
Come on.
Is he going after Bradley Cooper? Is he going after Avery? No, maybe just him. Holy shit, he's there. Oh. Is he gonna be waiting for him? Oh. I'm guessing he did it.
Are you alone? What's going on? We're gonna get in your car, and you're just gonna keep driving. Don't talk to me, or I'll shoot you in the back of your head.
Well, Avery's been down that road before, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Turn around. How did you get into my house? AJ let me in.
Is he okay?
Is he? Give me your wallet. Get on your knees. I'm sorry, Jason.
Damn. He kept the picture all this time. I mean, in like a day or two, it turned out to be like a complete revenge thing for Jason. Never would have happened if he wouldn't have met AJ.
And then unprecedented events over the last month.
Oh, he just KO'd him.
Wow, I did not see
I
that.
thought he was donezo.
He must have just hit him with it real hard.
The district attorney has just won the election for attorney general.
I thought he.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh.
Wonder if AJ ever found out why. Yeah, probably did.
Oh, I'm sure.
This is gonna be the picture.
Where is he?
I mean, that couple of $100 he took from Avery ain't gonna last too long.
Mr. Anthony?
Yeah. You wanna go take a look at it?
Yeah.
Just get my coat.
All right.
Hey.
It's gonna
Took
be
the money to buy a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Got a lot of miles on it, but I kept up with the maintenance. You ever ridden one of these before?
Yeah. Got the clutch first time. I'm just wondering if this was based off a book or anything like that. Okay. I probably misspoke in the beginning when I said, this should be a lot of fun because of the cast that it had. This movie's so tough, I think, at least for me to cover because, I don't know if it'll make the cut or not, but initially I said, wow, this feels like two different movies when we had what Ryan Gosling's character was doing to where Bradley Cooper's character was at. It felt like two different movies. And then we had where the sons kind of had their time to shine in the movie, and that felt like another movie. So to me, it felt like three movies. And I guess the easiest way for me to just kind of get my initial thoughts out right away is to kind of discuss each one a little bit. But I did think that at the end, well, gosh, how do I want to? Okay, let's start with Act One, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be the easiest way because I got the ideas in my head, but I wanted to be able to get them out. Look, Ryan Gosling was absolutely perfect for this role. Just the absolute complete stone face. You don't know what he's doing. You don't know if he's going to bash your face in with a channel lock or if he's going to give you, $2,500 and then go sign some autographs for his kids. Just complete. Just total wild card. And once he got hooked up with starting to rob the banks and stuff, wanted to provide for his son in the only way I guess he thought he could. I mean, at the end of the day, he was, for a stunt man in a carnival. And, nowadays, look, he wasn't Travis Pastrana in the Nitro Circus, all right, making millions. He was just a carnival stunt driver doing his thing. Yes, very good at what he did, but not going to make a ton of cash, presumably not a ton of skills to provide. So went with the bank robbing. The chase scenes and everything on the bike were a lot of fun. Everything about this movie had a very realistic, gritty type feel with the way the characters are portrayed, and this is again in Act One, the way that the characters kind of spoke and the way they interacted with each other, like that conversation in the very beginning that Gosling had with Eva Mendes. It was so bizarre to me because it was like there was no emotion there. It was just like you're hitting a ping pong back and forth between two people. There was just nothing there between them, which was so bizarre. But the more you went into this movie, that's kind of how a lot of the characters interacted with each other. So that first act was completely wild. I didn't see it coming at all. I didn't know what to expect coming in to this movie. The whole bank robbing thing was really wild. So that's where I'm going to leave off with Act One for my review. I'll kick it over to you guys because otherwise I just know I'm going to end up having to go 6, 8, 10 minutes by myself to do each movie. So that's me for Act One. I thought Gosling was perfect. Him and Ava's performances were incredible. The way they acted was like, I can't recall anything like that in a movie where they're both just so deadpan, and the robbery and chase scenes were awesome.
Yeah, the chase scenes were like magnificent, and they touched on it at first when they showed him just riding through the woods. And we ended up having our boy Robin, which is kind of funny, Batman and Robin. But he had Robin look at him saying, "Hey, you ride really great." And then like he gave him a place to stay, place to work, but he wasn't making much, and he just happened to bring up that that Robin Banks is quite easy in a small town, in and out. They had a nice little system, and it worked with him with being so good as he was on the bike. Yeah. So when we saw that scene in the woods, then they translated it just perfectly to him escaping the cops successfully and then unsuccessfully with the camera work, how it was kind of like gritty and it was right there in your face. They had great shots, shooting up, shooting down, shooting behind. just everything was done very well at that. And then, yeah, the back and forth between Eva Mendes and Gosling, and you get it with Gosling. He's trying to be, something he's not. He's trying to be a better father. Like right away, at first, the way he's talking, you think he's just gonna ride off on the sunset and continue what he has been doing. And he said, "Leave forever," and then he doesn't. He decides to stay because he even says it at one point that my father wasn't around. I want to be around for him.
Yeah,
and it's like he was trying as best he could, but he was like, but kind of overstepping his bounds by just walking right in with a crib and everything. And then he had to go and hit him with a channel lock, which resulted then into him doing another bank heist by himself, being sloppy. We thought there was going to be dye packs in there. They didn't get that.
Yep.
And then when he took off and, got into the house, that's when we got introduced to the very, very, very beginning, I think, of Act 2 and introducing Bradley Cooper's character. But yeah, and I was sad to see Gosling go because this was really good. I've seen him in so many comedic roles. I wanted to see him more serious, which he wasn't here. I think he maybe cracked one joke. And maybe that was even when they were doing the pictures, and he was having fun and then dancing with the dog. Otherwise, he was like, stone-faced. He didn't know what he was going to do.
Yeah, and sorry, I was going to say something. You made me think about it, and then I lost it, so go ahead, Oak.
I mean, I'm just going to talk about the movie as a whole. And as far as breaking down a film and and meanings and doing what we do as reactors, I guess this is arguably for me probably the most difficult film to try to articulate how I feel about the movie, because I feel like there was so much, as you brought up. It felt like 3 different movies, and I guess if I have to try to sum up the movie, it's like the lines between right and wrong, and who are the good guys and who are the bad guys, and what's moral and what's not, can be just so fucking blurred sometimes. I think the film was largely about struggles as a father to a son. And that's certainly not to say that being a father to a daughter or daughters or both sons and daughters isn't every bit as challenging, if not more, trying to play multiple roles. But we saw that theme kind of played out. Ryan Gosling, of course, trying to be a father to Jason, the father who didn't have a father of his own. And when he realized that he had a son, instead of going back on the road, look, there's a lot of dads out there who aren't there for their kids. And he didn't want to be that guy. And we got his story and the things that he was doing. We had Kofi, who stepped in, said he was there when Jason was born.
Day one.
From day one. And that's not an easy role to step into either. And it's, I would say, look, I'll just be blunt here. I mean, obviously, Jason would have known from a young age that Kofi wasn't his real father. And I think that would have presented challenges. Look, as parents, I don't know, and I have no opinion on when is the right time to tell a child that, the father that's raising them isn't their real dad, if that's a situation that they're in. But I think Kofi's character was an incredible human being. I think given, Luke's past and the way he was handling things, I think Kofi handled things relatively well.
He kept it together in the house.
He kept it together big time. We saw Avery trying to do his best with AJ, and here's a guy who had the money. He had this. We found out later that AJ was raised by his mom. We didn't see the mom with another man, so that's not to say that AJ didn't have a stepfather, but they sort of implied that he needs to live with his dad to have some male guidance. And of course, even with Avery, they had the story with his dad, where his dad had to, wanted him to be the lawyer. He was the judge, and his dad had to guide him on how to get his way out of a difficult situation. And we saw we saw Avery almost want to protect Jason. I shouldn't say almost. He absolutely wanted to protect Jason, wanted his son to stay away from Jason because he knew his son was bad news. They said he was looking at 5 to 15 years in jail. They let him off with a misdemeanor.
Yeah, time served.
Time served in a misdemeanor. So it's almost like Bradley Cooper or Avery, I don't want to say stepped into a fatherly role. That's not at all the case, but was trying to look out for Jason. And so there was such an interesting dynamic with that as far as the struggles of a father raising his son and doing the right things. And again, obviously Ryan Gosling robbing the bank's illegal, not something that can be condoned. We knew that he had a violent past, and we saw him, hurt Kofi pretty bad. But his bank robbery stuff was try to provide his kid with a better life. And I mean, obviously not the way to do it. And you want to say working hard and stuff like that, but for somebody who they didn't have the guidance growing up and felt like maybe he didn't have the life skills to give his kid a better life, and also he was trying to, and he was also trying for the quick fix. He wanted
it was that snap decision, and a lot of the decisions made in here were very rash, quick decisions that completely changed people's lives.
One night stand results in a kid, and then he has a job. Quick decision to stay there, decision to rob banks. And most of them, if not almost all of them, were bad.
I mean, I don't know how many times throughout the course of the film all three of us had said these are just bad choices. So I think a lot of the film is also about consequences for the choices that we make in life. The small choices having big consequences, and sometimes the big choices having equally as large consequences. And I think it was an incredibly dynamic movie that puts us as reactors trying to explain the film in a difficult spot. I thought it was a phenomenal movie. I thought it was brilliantly written. I think the performances from everybody all the way around were incredible. What a cast. But as far as, if you're new to this channel, generally when we do these wrap-ups, we try to keep them 15 to 20 minutes. Real deep movies. Sometimes we'll go a half hour. But I don't know that this is a movie that even a half-hour discussion would do any justice to.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because we saw in Act 2 how everything happened with Bradley Cooper's character. Now, obviously, him and his wife, things were going well, but since the shooting, he was just kind of not there. And I think that's the biggest difference that I kind of took towards the end of the movie in Act 3, was like we had two dads. One wasn't there, one was there but not present to raise his kid. He was there, and you would think that with Bradley Cooper's role, he's got a great job, he's got connections, he's got money, you think everything would work out, but he wasn't present there for his son, and we saw how that turned out.
Medal of Honor lawyer, and then he said that he hated looking at his son.
Because of the guilt.
Because of the guilt of that, but then that there it goes and ties into he's there, but he's not
present.
Well, but they also made a point. They made a very clear point of showing that Kofi was a good father, but even as we were introduced to Jason, he right away he said that he was out there getting high, which for a high school kid, I'm not condoning it, but doesn't mean they're a hardened criminal. But he also had access right away.
Yeah, he was in those circles.
He was in the wrong circles.
Up at shoplifting at 13.
Yep. So we saw the story of, like, you're right, the father who physically wasn't there, the father who was alive and very successful professionally that wasn't present, and we saw a situation where you had a father who was present and for everything that we were delivered in this film was a very good father, and his son still struggled. I mean, this was it was a very dynamic movie about the relationships between fathers and sons, the impact that the decisions that you have make on your kids, and the importance of being present. I mean, if anything, about being present. And look, there's I would like to make it abundantly clear. I have friends who were raised just by their mothers. Fathers went around that turned out to be absolutely incredible men. So no way do I want to come here and say that a family without a father figure can't be one where you raise an incredibly honorable, moral, kind children. But this particular film was talking about the absence of fathers and the absence of your real father. And it should be mentioned that in the interest of sensitivity, if you're not somebody who never or didn't ever know your real dad, or you were in this situation, I don't think it's something you could ever really comment on. I mean, my parents split when I was, just between 2 and 3 years old. My mom remarried, when I was 7, and my father was an incredible individual. And I've said multiple times on this channel, I think I was as lucky as I could, because my stepfather he's my stepfather, still with us, an amazing individual. They're two very different people, and the way their personalities are and stuff like that. But I grew up with an amazing father and an amazing stepfather, and it puts you in a difficult spot to comment or ever pass judgment on somebody who grew up either without their father present or just not knowing their dad at all. It's a complicated movie to have a discussion.
Yeah, well, and when the dad's not there to give a young man guidance and discipline and what they need, I mean, this shows an example of how that can go wrong, even though with Jason's character, he had the loving mother, had the loving stepfather, but something just didn't work out. And you can say it was that, because he was Ryan Gosling's, Luke's son in here.
Because you can say that, but also
he's
a rebelling teenager.
Right.
They always have that, but you have seen, like in Hollywood, they have to, if there is ever like a mixed family like that, it seems like one of the parents or step parents has to be some sort of mess up, it seems, somehow.
Yeah, Hollywood likes to get cliche with that. Yeah.
I think, there are and probably have been TV shows and movies that have celebrated those mixed families and the right things that happen, but we need more of that. But it seems like this seems like a
Did you guys get vibes that Luke's partner in crime, God, like I almost felt like he would have been a good uncle, or Robin, like you almost felt like he would have had Luke, or excuse me,
how he was with him at the end.
Had Jason found him earlier, it's almost like he could have stepped into this fatherly role.
Well, or at least gave him some information, but it's almost like they were on a collision course. AJ and Jason and Avery and Luke, they were on a collision course, and it was going to happen almost regardless. Now, granted, you could say, well, if again, you can go back to the very beginning. At any point in the movie, one decision could have completely changed it. I did want to touch on Act 2, though, a bit with Ray Liotta in this role was incredible.
You need a dirty cop, huh? You need a dirty cop.
Of intimidation that Ray Liotta could portray just with a look, just with a non-threatening sentence delivered in a somewhat threatening way was incredible. And we got to see kind of the small town, dirty cop type atmosphere that they were having there. And that was so well done. I know it's been done in a number of movies, but I really liked it here. And
it's where they cut off his
face. When he was looking in the car.
Like I was fearful, and all I saw was like this little bit of his eye.
Yeah. It was incredible. Incredible job.
And that was just phenomenal because it gave this layer. It portrayed Avery's character as somebody who's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to achieve, and he's so hell-bent on this mission of not only being successful, but to clean up the system.
Like even the chief, get that out of here.
Get that out of here.
He wanted to hear nothing about it either. Like that just shows you that like he was letting them run the city as well.
And because he was so hell bent on it, it cost him, most likely, the relationship with his wife, and then eventually the relationship with his son, which, by the way, one of the greatest fake outs in history when we saw AJ laying on the floor.
We all thought.
And we thought for sure he was donezo, but he just got knocked out. And that scene with Jason and with Avery in the woods, if I could jump ahead to the end, that was incredible too. And we finally saw Avery apologize to Jason for what he did, because you and I said in the beginning answer when Avery was being asked in the hospital how it all went down, and he's like, so he drew on you and he shot first?
Yeah, and he wasn't.
And he said, yeah, sure. It's like, that's not exactly, at least first time watch, first time seeing it, it looked like Avery drew first.
It looked like
on
Ryan
Gosling.
went up, but then he shot, and then Ryan shot.
Yes,
but
again,
at the same time,
I'm not 100%.
But at the same time, I didn't even know. I thought Ryan left it on the bed.
Yeah,
it left the piece on the bed, and so I didn't even realize he still had it.
Yes.
'Cause I remember him putting it down, and he was on the phone calling.
Yeah,
so I
that
thought he
was-
still was just like like talking like this, and then
the one last thing to touch on that I would like to touch on is the ending, because it was almost like this. I don't know. It was with Jason riding off.
It felt like something like out of like Thoreau or something, like a young man going out to find his own
it was
way
just like
in the
it was
West.
just like he's had Kofi there for him. He's experienced the life with his mom without his dad, and it was like I think he just had to kind of go find his own way, and the fact that they did it on the motorcycle, and he had another guy worried about him, like, hey, do you know how to ride this thing?
Didn't even acknowledge him as he
just peeled off 5 and
just went on his way. And it was interesting that what I found interesting is that they didn't show anything about they were on the hunt for him.
Yeah.
And so I think that was a situation where, because they talked about there being an intruder into his house.
Yep,
but they didn't
unidentified
intruder. But they didn't talk about the kidnapping. They didn't talk about anything. And I think that was a situation where, again, Avery was like,
I think he let him go.
We're letting this go.
Yep.
And he probably was. I'm guessing Avery was able to sit down and have a long talk with AJ about a lot of things. You have to imagine that this would have been an interesting bonding point between AJ and Avery as well.
Yeah, that was a wild ending, and I would love to hear how many of you were shocked by that, because I know it got us.
And then a violent robbery from an unidentified.
And if the news is reporting that's an unidentified intruder, they absolutely knew who it was.
Yep.
He just said, you're going to tell them that you didn't know who it was.
Yep.
And
Had
that
another
was
talk
that.
with
So even Avery, after everything that happened, Avery was still looking out for Jason. What an incredible film.
Yeah, just wild.
We'll get to our...
Well, this is an easy one for me, folks. This is a 5 out of 5 answers for me. I can should I make it darker?
Make
it darker.
Make it
so
darker
everybody can see.
so you can see it.
Yeah, phenomenal movie. I thought the casting was great all the way around. Everybody crushed it, and a really thought-provoking movie that I think is, if nothing else, I think it's really good to watch with maybe a couple of different people, and then have a talk about it afterwards, because in the movie I was wondering, like, where is this going? Like, I see, you can read the breadcrumbs and the tea leaves about what's going on and where they're kind of headed, but you're like, okay, what's the ending point? Where does the collision course eventually happen? And it was done just so excellent. 5 out of 5 for me.
All right, well, I'll go. It was, easily a 5. I mean, just hands down, just the acting performances. You can see that, at this point in time, this is where Bradley Cooper was just starting to find his groove.
Yeah, 2012.
In Hollywood, and just starting to make waves, and he did an amazing job here. And then Ryan Gosling was on his way up as well in 2012. And they just both proved why they're so great in here. And then even... the Jason that would end up becoming Harry and Amazing Spider-Man 2, he delivered as well as Emory Cohen. I haven't seen him in anything else, but I thought he did a great job as well, playing their characters and just bringing it all around. And yeah, I thought it was very, very well done.
Yeah, 5 for me. I mean, the story was absolutely incredible. The way they broke it into multiple pieces, the drama, the unexpected twists and turns, and the performances and the cinematography as well. The way it was shot, I thought the grittiness of the beginning. Whoever, I know we try to highlight those people when we find a film to be visually, a standout. In this film, absolutely was. That first act, especially the way everything was shot, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So
Sean Bobbitt,
a 5 for me. Sean
Bobbitt,
Bobbitt, handheld cameras and natural lighting. Wow,
that is so smart. I mean, and looking back on it, we're like, well, that was a good decision made. It's like, that's why they got him.
Well, and the other thing too is, I remember seeing the trailer for this, right? And I want to go back and watch it again, and I want to hear from you folks, because the trailer that I saw for this did not portray this movie at all. I thought it was like a wild motorcycle, maybe even a horror, a revenge. I didn't know what it was. So again, I want to go back and watch the trailer after we wrap up here, and I want to see if the marketing dropped the ball, because we've talked about that before.
Well, it didn't do great in the theaters. It had a budget, I believe it said of 15 million budget, and it made 47 million. So look, a lower budget, and there wasn't a lot of special effects. I mean, really, very few.
Yeah.
Everything was pretty practical. But 47 million with a cast of Gosling and Cooper. But they were. I mean, Gosling had The Notebook before this, which was obviously huge. Liotta and some of the other characters they had in here, or actors and actresses, were pretty
wild.
Pretty notable. But yeah, you wonder how a film like this flies that much under the radar. But I will say, look, the one thing I will say about that, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, is I don't know. It's a movie where if I would have saw this in the theater and somebody's like, oh, should I go see it? I would have said, like, it was a phenomenal movie. But it's, I want to leave the theater either happy from a rom-com, I want to leave the theater stoked from an action film, or I want to leave the theater, bawling from something that was sad. It's almost confusing emotion that this brings, and I don't know that it's the best theater watch.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think I would just walk out. It'd be so thought-provoking to
Yeah.
think of.
Yeah.
So many different. We've talked before. Again, my last thing. We've talked before about how individual decisions you might make in your life, how they steer you a certain way, and just one small thing. Hey, the circus just happened to be in town, just happened to meet Ro, and boom, then we were on our way.
I'm off to the races. So yeah, this was a great watch.
Absolutely.
So glad you were here with us to watch along with us. We enjoyed it. Hopefully you did too. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. Good night, pals.